Good afternoon. I am coming from Crystal Lake, getting back on the Pacific Crest Trail, head back down through Sourdough Pass and Sheep Lake to, where is it, down to Sheep Lake. So I'm a little out of breath from coming up this hike all the way down to Crystal Lake. Anyway, hope your 2026 is going well. Like I said, it is Monday, June 29th, 2026. This year is almost halfway done. New Year's right around the corner. Or excuse me, half the year's right around the corner. Halfway done with this year. Man, time flies, I tell you. Especially when you're having fun. Look at all these beautiful flowers here. I love the color. Anyway, wrist check. There you go. It's straight up 12:30 on my Volstock Amphibia Scuba Dude. And there you see the date's the 29th. Oh, cloudy today and chilly. Trust me, it's like I got up here, it was low 40s. So it's probably in the mid 40s now. I started at straight up 10 a.m. So 2.5 hours I've gone. It was 4 miles to get here. So it's 3 miles to Sourdough Pass. It's an extra mile to get to Crystal Lake. And then you got Sheep Lake. And then you, just north of Tipsoo Lake is the parking trailhead for Chinook Pass to go south, I guess. I'm not doing that. Went north. This time went south. Natchez Peak, Loop Trail, and Dewey Lake. That was a great hike. Ooh, this is 1,700 feet. It'd be downhill after this most of the way. So you go all the way up, and then you go down to get to Crystal Lake. So once I get up this, it's got, there's some uphill, but it's gonna be downhill the rest of the way. Oh man. And there's the clouds, hiking in, blowing. See the condensation. That's just from the clouds. Moisture. Rainforest conditions. Oh man. That's where I was in my last video. Woo. Alright, that's enough for now. I'm going to pick it back up here in a minute once I get over by Sourdough Pass. Oh man, shoo buddy. Oh, if I'm breathing heavy, you know it's steep. Oh, this is nice. It's quiet and peaceful. Get out here, clear my head, reevaluate where I'm at in life, where I'm going, where I want to be, working on myself. I'm just about exactly where I want to be in my life. And this is from basically the better part of 6 years working on it. It's a long journey to get here. Wish I would have started sooner, but hey, life's a destination. It's a journey, not a sprint. Here in a minute, I will be going, oh man, look at that. Down there somewhere is Crystal Lake. That's how far I came up. Oh man. I'm coming up on, not quite to Sourdough Pass. And we get on up here, get closer to it. Coming up on the entrance up here to Snoqualmie Pass, or to to walk across to it. Excuse me, Sourdough Pass, not Snoqualmie Pass. Getting closer. And there's Snoqualmie Pass right over there. Sourdough Pass. That's the Pacific Crest Trail that meets up right up here. And there is the switchback here. You go that way to Crystal Lake. Switchback take you on down there. Keep going north on the Pacific Crest Trail. I'm heading south and get ready to come through Sourdough Pass. Right there is Sourdough Pass. Alright. Here is the Crystal Lake and keep going north. And right here is Sourdough Pass. Takes you south. Be less windy on this side. Still cloudy. That's the way we're headed right there. Sourdough Pass. Alright. What can I talk about now? I'm working on your health. Now, not too long ago, I was about 180. And the heaviest I weighed 6 years ago was 205, 210. Now, I was still, I won't say as active as I am now, but more active than most for my weight. But still, you know, I worked on that, my knee. You know, I'm not in the greatest of health. I mean, I'm in decent health compared to most. I'm $155, 5'10". So, I got a good build, and I'm happy about that. You know, 53 years old now. Yeah, it's it catches up with you. I always joke, but I was serious about it too. If I knew I was gonna live this long, I would have took better care of myself. You know, I got a bad, my left leg is bad. You know, bad foot because I got a bad ankle. Broke that, dislocated last year. And when I was 18, I had a motorcycle wreck and had an open compound fracture of my left femur. So I got hardware all in my leg there. And then I have my right side sciatica, SI joint. Gives me issues, but it's tolerable. I do a lot of stretching, which also helps out my shoulder blade area there, my neck and shoulder area. That's where I have a lot of main issues at, but stretching helps. You know, I just started stretching here about 6 years ago, and you know, it's made a difference. I was pretty much going to be staring at surgery, and I didn't want to go that route. I had the torn labrum on my shoulder, so I had to do that. And then sinus surgery, this is about 5 years ago, give or take. And my sinuses have been so much better. You know, even though they always run, especially when I'm eating or activity. You know, or high humidity, you know, which, I mean, hey, I clear my nose out, got to. Oh. You know, but yeah, work on your health, mental health too. You know, I just had to turn off the media. Media's not your friend. You know, you're being fed propaganda on both sides. You know, free your mind. And the rest will follow, I promise. As the song goes. Oh man, look at that. And look at that little lake down there. Can't quite see it. How quiet it is. You know, wherever you're at, get out here on the trail. You know, get away. Don't hike with earbuds in. You don't have situational awareness. You know, you can listen to music. I listen to music sometimes. I turn down low where only I can hear it. You know, because I want to be able to hear around me. Those the ladies I passed way earlier. Heck, I guess they're just taking their time. Anyway, y'all get out there and enjoy nature, people. Later.